What is up, guys? Connor here from Geek on Your Face, and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Millennium Duels, the best deck series. Today we're going to be going with Red Dragon Archfiend deck. This deck was suggested by somebody in the comments of a previous video. Shoutouts to whoever suggested that, because this deck is pretty awesome. I really like it. I wasn't even aware of the Red Dragon Archfiend card until before this, because I don't know, I just never really paid a whole bunch of attention to Synchros besides Stardust Dragon, because Stardust Dragon's so OP. This deck definitely takes a lot of influence from Resonators. Resonators work extremely well with this deck. In fact, they're pretty much crucial. Like, they're just, you need to have them. They're integral to the deck's success. And this deck is not just about the Red Dragon Archfiend. Obviously, if you're going to do something, I might as well go all the way. So we're going to be trying to summon the Red Nova Dragon, which is obviously the upgraded version of the Archfiend Dragon. We also have Assault Mode activate in this deck, so you're going to see a cool combo with that later on in the duel. I'm going to send out Trident Warrior here, and it lets me special summon one level 3 or lower monster from my deck, or from my hand, excuse me. I'm going to use Delta Flyer here to increase Trident Warrior's level to level 5, that meaning that I have a level 8 Synchro available to me. So obviously, we're going to get that Red Dragon Archfiend out on the field. It's the second turn, and we already have him out. And because I have a level 1 tuner on the field, and I have Creation Resonator in my hand, which can be special summoned whenever I have a level 8 or higher Dragon Synchro monster, I can already get out my Red Nova Dragon. Red Nova Dragon means 2 tuner monsters and the Red Dragon Archfiend card to be special summoned, so you do need to have, that's kind of hard to get them out because you need to have really good control of your tuners. Having 2 tuners on the field is sometimes a hard thing to do, but nevertheless we managed to get it pretty well. And it's important that the Red Dragon Archfiend be in your deck or in your graveyard, and then you can control it from there much easier. And you're going to see what I mean next turn, I believe, when I'm going to draw Assault Mode activate. And there's a cool play that you can do that I think you guys are really going to like. Red Nova Dragon, his effect gives him 500 attack for each tuner monster in your graveyard. This is really great because it takes a lot of tuners to get him out. So by the time he comes out, he's going to be pretty powerful. This here I drew Assault Mode activate. Obviously, you have to wait a turn for traps to come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate Wicked Rebirth by paying 800 life points. It allows me to select one Synchro monster from my graveyard, and I can summon it face-up attack position. Its effects are negated, and it can't attack the same turn that I summoned it this way. But that's not a big deal because he's not really going to be staying on the field that much longer. If you guys didn't know what Red Dragon Archfiend's effect is, whenever he attacks a defense position monster, you can destroy all defense position monsters that your opponent controls, so it's really good at breaking through heavy defense decks. Now, Assault Mode activate lets you bring out Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode, and his effect is basically just a direct upgrade from that. Whenever he destroys a monster in your opponent's side of the field, destroy all monsters on your opponent's side of the field, not just defense mode monsters. So this is really great at just thinning out your opponent's side of the field. What you can do is, if he has really tough monsters on there, you can get the Assault Mode activate out, and then you can just go for the weakest monster on the field and destroy all of them. It's really useful for opening up a hole for the Red Nova Dragon to get in some decent damage, like I said before, and that's basically going to be it, guys. Super powerful combination of cards. Before we get into the recipe portion of the video, I just want to bring up a little screen here. Boop! These are the games that I'm going to be planning on covering once they come out: Assassin's Creed Unity, Borderlands the Pre-Sequel, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution, and Far Cry 4. So I want you guys to tell me in the comments which one of these games you are most excited for seeing on the channel. I'd be interested to know. But anyway, in the recipe portion of the video, we're going to start out with Barrier Resonator. He's a Fiend type monster, he's a tuner type monster. The effects of the Barrier, or just the Resonators in general, aren't really that important, except for Creation Resonator. If you control a face-up, level 8 or higher Synchro monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, obviously very useful. Cyber Dragon, this is great for getting out the Red Dragon Archfiend out, because, like the next card is going to suggest, level 3 tuner, Dark Resonator, same with Delta Flyer. They can be comboed with Cyber Dragon to immediately get out Red Dragon Archfiend. Power Giant, also really awesome. This deck focuses a lot on special summoning, and then you can get out your tuner monsters with your normal summon, and then get your Synchro out on the field. Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode, pretty self-explanatory, went over his effect pretty, you know, we already covered it basically, there's not much more to say about it. Besides the fact that he just gets 500 more attack points, which is also good. The Tricky, another special summoning monster, very useful. Trident Warrior, also good for special summons. Pretty self-explanatory what he does. Turret Warrior, you contribute 1 warrior type monster to special summon this card from your hand. That's just the main bulk of it. It's just the special summon, and the level 5 really works well. Red Dragon Base, activate only if you control face up Red Dragon Archfiend, draw 2 cards. You can't normal summon or special summon until your opponent's next end turn. Keep that in mind. Reinforcement of the army, very useful card, especially in this deck. Resonant Destruction, whenever a Resonator monster is sent to the graveyard as a Synchro material monster, target 1 card on the field and destroy it. Very useful. Resonator Call, get a Resonator from your deck to your hand. Scarlet Security, destroy all spell and trap cards on the field if you have a Red Dragon Archfiend monster. Silver Wing basically allows extra protection for your Red Dragon Archfiend monsters, very useful. Synchro Blast Wave, if you control a face-up Synchro monster, destroy 1 monster your opponent controls. Synchro Change allows you to swap out like a Stardust for a Red Dragon, a very useful card. I would definitely suggest using this to your advantage a lot. The Warrior Returning Alive, very good card to refresh your hand. Assault Mode Activate, obviously for getting out the Assault Mode Red Dragon Archfiend. Crimson Fire, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card that inflicts damage while you control face-up Red Dragon Archfiend, you take no damage and your opponent takes twice the effect damage that you would have taken instead. Good for countering burn decks. Limit Reverse, get 1000 or less attack monster from your graveyard out on the field in attack mode. Red Carpet basically brings back your Resonator monsters. Red Screen, you want the second effect of this. If a Red Dragon Archfiend is face up on the field, you can select 1 level 1 tuner monster in your graveyard, destroy this card, then summon that monster. Wicked Rebirth, we already went over that and its uses. So basically, it's just a deck focused on toying with the graveyard and stuff like that. In the extra deck, we have 2 Black Rose Dragons, obviously for field wiping. Very important card to have in almost any deck. You have the 3 Red Dragon Archfiends, which are pretty easy to get out. Like you saw, you can usually do a turn 2, and it's pretty easy. Then we had the Red Nova Dragon, which I went over as effect as well. And then after that, we're going to have 3 Stardust Dragons as well, just for utility's sake. Now you guys are going to be seeing on the screen 2 pop-ups, one to my Twitch, one to my Twitter. Go over there to both of them, follow both of them, and it'll keep you up to date to when I live stream and other things that I'm doing. I highly suggest going over there. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a comment what series you're looking forward to, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!